Hello everybody and welcome back to RimWorld Raider Empire. So in the last episodes we got all of our planning and stuff set up for our defensive system for our shipyard, and it's getting built. It's going along fairly nicely. A bunch of the shields are either done or on their way. Same with turrets, it's all planned out and it's going along fairly nicely. It's just, a lot of stuff that needs moving. We also did get ourselves auto sellers set up to buy plasteel and steel. Since we're low on resources, it'd be a good idea if we didn't have to do that manually, since it's kind of happening a lot. And we sent over some silver here. That way we can buy stuff here as well. Along with that, we got Ryan, a new pawn. That way we have our person that's going to be manning the vault once everyone else leaves. So it was a dead person that was laying around on the ground outside. So we went and did a Resurrector Mech Serum, took him as a prisoner, got Fate to come over to this base because they had inspired recruitment. So then that made quick work of the whole recruiting as a pawn. And then Ryan now has dementia, so we're going to have to deal with that. But the Resurrector sickness is gone. Now, where is our Healer Mech Serum? Right there. So we're going to use that to get rid of the dementia. That should be the priority there. And then Ryan's ready for bionics and everything. But we're going to deal with that a little bit later. We're not too concerned about that for now. The plan for today is we're going to be setting up plans and starting to dig out our cooling system rooms, because obviously that's going to be necessary. That's ready to go. We can get that uninstalled and get this one installed. That way we can get that fixed up. Slowly working through all these statues. Yeah, it's looking all good. This room's not getting done very quickly. We have so much stuff that needs processing. It's not like a huge deal or anything, but it's going. And there's Resurrector Sickness done. We still do have a gunshot wound, but we can deal with that later. It's not really a big concern. So, cooling network. As of right now, with all the vents that we have everywhere, obviously we still need some more, but for the most part, I'd say we're, probably like 90% done with how many vents we're going to need, base vault wide rather. So we are at 90% flow efficiency, and our thermal efficiency is more than fine. So right now, these two should be more than enough to be able to get, the entire base cooled to a reasonable cold. We do still need to also set up a system specifically for all of our shields. So that's going to take probably another 2 of these. But knowing that we only need 2 for the entirety of the base is going to be good. And right now we're using 4 large intake vents. 5 would probably do it if right now we're at 90%, but we're going to go with 6 for a little bit of extra. So we need to plan for that. So we're going to be working up in here, and we are going to be using planning. So we're going to need that on because I'd like to not screw this up. And just make sure that's our line right there. So we have to work. What we can do is set that up. That way we know where our limits are. And oh boy, how do we want to do this? So we're going to have our hallway come in, and we can make that. We're going to need this split into multiple different segments, but we can have this come in like this and pop up like this for our main hallway. Then we're going to have walls, obviously. So we can go ahead and have that planned in here. And then we're going to need a indoor room, which is also going to be cooled by itself, which isn't really a big deal for the vents. But we do need an outdoor spot for the units themselves, because they do output a ton of heat. And we're going to want to make sure that heat's getting vented adequately. Which means we're gonna need to have no roof and a shield over it, which isn't a big deal. And we're gonna want as few open tiles as possible. So if we're having 2, it'd be best if they faced each other. So we can kind of work with that. And like I said, we are gonna need a secondary system for the shields themselves. So we can assume 2 of them for the shields, because the shields we do need to cool as low as possible. Absolute 0 would be the goal. So I'm thinking if 2 is able to keep up with the whole base, 2 for all the shields themselves should be fine. These are quite expensive too, so we got to keep that in mind. How much did these take as well? Yeah, 300 each. So what we can do is we can have both of our cooling systems. And when I say cooling systems, I'm going to be referring to these. If I say venting systems, I'm going to be referring to these. So our cooling systems, we can have up in this back corner. Should probably be fine. So if we then grab another bit of hallway, actually, you know what? Let's grab green for rooms. So we're gonna want, there's gonna be a wall. So we could say the wall can go right up against the edge of the map here, and we'll work from that. So we'll say 2 tiles. Here, let's grab our walls here. And since we know that's there, we can get rid of these. We'll just tidy this up so it's a little bit nicer to look at. I should have used plan for the lines anyways. So we'll have the wall going across the back there, and then we're going to want another cooling unit there. So then those are going to be facing each other. Let's have that go right here. So then that's going to be a wall. That's going to be a wall. We're going to need a shield to cover this. Now, if we use a shield, if we grab blue for the walkways again, yes, that's the color we're using, we can have our other unit opposite of this, and that shouldn't cause us any problems. And then we can have our shield right in the middle. Should probably be fine. These are going to be a risk for raiders dropping in. Although there's going to be so few tiles, I highly doubt the game's going to be like, hey, that's a good spot. So what we can do is say the shield. What color are we using for shields? Just out of curiosity, so we can keep it somewhat consistent. Green, which is the color we're using for that. That's fine. So we'll do. Can I not get rid of that? Okay, so we know there's a shield going to be there then. So then that's going to be a wall here, a wall here. We're going to have the walkway come from here into that. And then our other units are going to be right here. We'll go black, cover that up. And then the shield will cover all of this. So we could remove those roofs and that should be fine. We'll have our vents obviously leaving here. So then from there, we do need to get our venting systems. And it'd be nice to have multiple rooms. Although it's not really going to be a problem. They're going to be cold, so they're going to be bug proof. Or bug proof as long as they're kept cold, they're bug proof. There doesn't need to be a roof removed on it, so it's basically a non-issue. So how much space are we going to need? These need 2 tiles for themselves plus 1 tile all the way around. So if we're doing 6, we have 4 already here. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tiles of open space. So we can go 7 wide. That might actually be just enough. We could pull this back a bit if we want as well. Or we could do it on this side. But let's say we have a small gap between these for safety. And then that's going to be a 9 tile. And whoops, that can go there. We're going to want to remove those, fix that. So then that gives us our 7 tiles on the inside. So then we can use green again. So then that's going to be, select plan again. That's going to be 1 unit, 2 unit, 3 unit, 4 unit, 5 unit, 6 unit. That actually measures out quite nice. That's all going to be our walkway. The wrong color, but I guess it's whatever. That's all walkway there. We're going to have our wall coming down here. And then that's a walkway in. So that actually measures out quite nice. So that would be one of our systems. And then our second system we're going to want to do on this side so we could keep a little bit of distance from in here. That should be fine. So what we can do is just copy that. Because we want basically the exact same thing. And that can go right in here, but we're going to want a bit of a gap. Now that is a little bit closer to the vault than I'd like. But there is still a 1 tile mountain gap all the way around, plus the wall. So that's 3 gap in between. So that should be fine. And then we can have our entrance for that over on this side. So, and that would be our cooling network. And in theory, now, like I said, for redundancy purposes, it would be nice if it wasn't all in one spot. But there's not a whole lot of good spots that are any safer, really. Like, we could do some back here, but if we get drop-in raiders, it's more than likely going to happen in here just because it's the biggest area. So that would be kind of at risk. Whereas this, the only risk that really has is sappers through here. And if we get sappers through here, they're probably going to go for literally like one of the many other spots and not just that. Although, because sappers will avoid turrets, that would probably be a target. Although they'd probably pick something like that instead. Not that it really matters because we're going to be dropping anti-grain warheads on them like crazy. Which we do still need to set that system up. But there's, I got some other ideas for what we can do for our mortars. Because obviously we're going to need someone to man that. And I'm thinking we're going to... So the plan, once we're done the vault, we're going to be getting rid of all the stuff we have out here. And then we're going to be building a small farm for the Ryan Pond. And then that... They're going to be living outside. So there's not really going to be much of a reason other than to fix stuff to go into the vault. And we're going to need... preferably a safe spot in here for a ship. That way, if we need to escape, we can either, you know, run in here and escape through, you know, go to a different map, or we can drop into one of these spots. But we can also have it so our mortars are within here, because it should be relatively safe, because it's going to be like basically a small vault. It's a small vault for our vault. So I'm thinking if we do our mortars within here, that should be fine. And we can have backup mortars somewhere within here as well. But I'm just looking, like, there's not a whole lot of great spots for us to work with. And I know we do have some space around these, but I would like to get turrets set up for that as well. Trade report. So we bought some more steel and plasteel and sold some stuff. We have a food binge, nothing that we need to worry about. So I'd say this is probably good. I don't see a major issue with it, so we could start digging this out. And we got to make sure this is going to be cooled as we go. Okay, so that should be fine. It should be fine. We might need another vent here, but there's a few of them in here already. But we'll just keep an eye on the temperatures. So we could start mining this. We'll go mining here. Hopefully there's not any ruins or anything that's going to be an issue. This is a 9-tile gap, so that's not going to have any roof collapse issues. We're actually going to want to fix this up before we do anything. So we'll just set all of this up. That's going to need that dug out. That whole thing needs to be dug out. Yeah, there's no risk of collapse or anything. That needs to be dug out. So then right here, that, I guess that's fine digging that out because that's going to be where a wall goes anyway. So that should be good. That should be good. So we'll start working on that while they're finishing up getting all this built. We can get rid of our planning because we don't need that. How's this coming along? So right now we are basically out of steel. Yeah. You need 400 for that. Yeah, we're going to be short by quite a bit. Glass steel's holding up all right though. Are we out of components as well by any chance? No, we still have quite a bit. Okay, so that's good. And we are working on getting these conduits all set up. But again, it's going to be steel. Steel is going to be our biggest downfall for now. So it's fine. It's fine. We have more coming in. We do have the opportunity to mine some out here. I don't really want to screw up the map too much because it's supposed to look like we're not really here other than essentially a small farm. Orbital Factory doesn't sell any steel or plasteel. That kind of sucks as well. But we'll just keep an eye on, well, I guess we don't have to keep an eye on what traders we have, but we just gotta hope we get the good traders that actually sell the stuff we need. Another orbital factory. Come on, give me good traders. And then as we go through this, we can set up some granite to get built, because that'll keep them busy as well. Over here, do we have enough room in here for getting another ship in? I'd say we probably could get one of our ships to come in. No one's processing any of this. What is everyone up to? You're feeding simple meal. Yeah. You're gathering. See it. People are distracted by the wood. Oh, we need the wood for fuel. So, not really sure what to do about this situation, and we should, I think, sometime soon be getting lavish meals. Yeah, we do have lavish meals coming back in now that our crops are finally done. It was pointed out that our animals are eating an absolute ton of this, So what we'll do, what is our animals currently set at? Because I do agree they are. Ooh. Oh, that's Ryan. Ryan, we're going to want you to be attack on sight, use all the medical stuff. Fine. Those are fine like that. Okay, animals. What are we looking at here? So they're all in area 2. So what we can do is clean up area 2 to remove them. That way they'll eat kibble and not our crops. So we'll get rid of all that. All that. All that. All that. Get off. That. That. And... Nope. Fuck off. Stop eating my crops. We need these. Okay, so that should make our crops last a little bit longer without burning through them all. Yeah, and then the only food that they're allowed to eat now is just these tiles, which I guess we should probably make it so they can stand right there as well. We'll just keep an eye on this for a sec. They will also eat this grass over here, but that's not really a concern because it's, you know, grass. That's not something we need to worry about. Yeah, there you guys go, eating all that kibble up. Good, we have 33,000 of it, or 30,000 of it. Huh, so they've eaten 3,000 already. Not already, since we just did this, but, you know, since the last time I looked. Visitors, we don't need any of this. Okay, so that can all go. We have some major break issues. Everyone's asleep again. Guess it's not a big deal. Why is this in here? I don't know, but we can have that brought over here. We'll have to do a check to see if there's any more. What's our anti-grain warhead count here as well? Since we have been burning through them pretty quick. We still have 100. Okay, so that's more than fine. Nothing else that we really need to be worried about for anything. Food situation here is coming a little bit low. So we're going to have to get some more sent over. We have another one of these power cells. Oh, is that the same? I think that's the same one. Yeah, I just seen someone walking right there with it, but it was one of these ones. So that's fine. So, and those are all getting moved. So that means they're done with all the steel. Getting these built. It looks like they did pretty good overall with what we had. Obviously, we're still short thousands, but it doesn't look like it's too bad overall. We obviously need to get our cooling network set up for this, which is going to be more steel. We did have some steel that they hit here. Obviously, we're not going to want to dig this out because this is edge of the map, and we don't want to make any mess. But we can start getting this filled in. So we're going to want our planning on. We'll get our granite walls built because they have nothing else to do anyways. So that's going to be able to come down this way, over that way. That's going to be the entrance there, so we can have that come in. That could continue. Get that brought along there. Temperature's still looking pretty good. We have a Psychic Soothe. Not that that really makes too much of a difference in the grand scheme of things. So then that's all ready. Good thing that they have nothing else to do because they are getting shit done quick in here. And I guess we can get that set in too. That shouldn't be an issue. All right, we have a farming trader. Come on, give me some traders with steel, please. Oh, don't be an attack. Okay, it's a trade. Just selling a bunch of stuff. Okay, that's fine. So I guess we could also, as soon as they start digging out in here, start getting ourselves everything moved in. Although we won't have steel for the conduits to connect it up, so that's a bit of an issue. Yeah. What we can do though, let's get rid of planning. We can get ourselves a dumping stockpile. We're going to need to set up a few things. Get this in here. We're going to want to copy that, paste that, and we want to make it so these are both the exact same, which obviously I just copy pasted it. So that should make, actually, you know what we can do? Get rid of everything but the steel slag chunks. We'll go grab some from all around the map so we could send them back to get processed. But we're going to want our chunks not coming into here anymore. That way everything could just go into here from up here. Because we won't need to grab any from anywhere else on the map. Yeah, that way we get all this brought in. We won't worry about hauling these into that because it's all going to be fairly quick anyway. to load it into a ship, but we are going to want all this crap getting sent into there. Okay, so we can also set all the steel slag chunks around. We'll just set to haul, so when people have a free time, they'll go and get that brought in. And we already got all of these ones on this map brought in. How quick? They aren't getting processed. Okay, we need people working processing. Of course, you're sleeping. You're cooking. Work fuse, you're mending. See, that's what we need. What we really need is just everyone back here getting work done, because we're just limited on people. I know that, yes, we could get more people, but we don't need more people. We just gotta catch up. Because if we get... Because there was a while there where no one was doing anything anyways. It's just, you know, we fell behind. Whereas that's where the problem came in. Ryan, we're going to want to set you up here as well. So you can do doctoring. You're going to be a nurse as well. Do bed rests. All urgently. Do basics. You're going to be able... Oh, yeah, we've got to set up... Fuck. I forgot about the wardening here. Dayton, yeah, shit. I wonder how much steel we didn't buy because we didn't have our wardening set up. Because obviously we turned that off when we were getting Ryan initially. Whoops, it happens. There's no traders here right now anyways. Okay, so then Ryan, we're going to want to finish setting this up. So then I'm not really sure what the priorities we're going to need is. I guess construction would be a high priority. Finish off is fine. Wardening as a high priority is fine. But construction, that way we can make sure things are getting repaired as we go. No hunting is going to be necessary. Cooking shouldn't be necessary because we're just going to send over a food supply. Although you're going to be doing some farming, so we'll see. Mostly just to make it look like, you know, make it look like that's the only thing going on the map. So then you can, I guess for now we'll basically just set up construction, then cleaning, then hauling, and we'll worry about everything else after we get you sent over. But for now, that should be fine for you. Trade report, that's the old one. We can get rid of all that. All right, so that's looking good. So do we have enough room? We have been selling stuff. I'm going to say we have enough for one of these loads. We'll send over the smaller load because this isn't quite full. So we'll get that sent over so we can get that processed through. You could just drop it right into the center. And we do have a bit of steel here. It's not a lot, but probably wouldn't hurt to get that sent over. We don't have any more steel around that we can mine. We do. And we can go and fill these in after. Let's get... Oh, we don't have people that can do shit around here, though. Not enough people, anyway. Okay. Fine. We got a whole bunch of steel up here. Get that mined. It might be worth sending a couple miners over here. Yeah. Because we'll see how long it takes them. But it probably wouldn't be a bad idea. And like I said, we'll fill in these spots so they're less of a bug risk. But yeah, there's quite a bit of steel over... Oh my, that's a big one. There's quite a bit of steel over here, and we can really use it. I have to connect that up. Okay. And we're not going to be strip mining. That's not a big... how's this going up here? Once we're done... Can you get unstuck, please? Is anyone else stuck? Not looking like it. No one's stuck down here. Those have all been moved. Good. You guys are hauling all this slag in, so we'll get that loaded up and sent out. Yeah, we could probably slim down the amount of people here now. Why are you guys bringing them into here? Probably because they were over here. So that's kind of closer in terms of direct. I'm not sure if it picks closest by direct or, you know what? We're not going to want the steel slag chunks in here, period. Because we're going to want, obviously, all of it on one ship. Okay, we don't need that. Get rid of that. We also have some mood problems. What's your deal? Probably looking at, yeah, all the corpses out here. It's fine. It happens. Okay. Let's get that hauled out urgently. We're just going to take some people away, but it's not a huge deal. We'll get all that brought in, then load up this ship with all the slag chunks and a handful of people, and then get them all sent over here. Basically all the miners. We don't have any mining left, I don't think. Other than just what's up here, but that's not really a big deal. Yeah, we can get the miners out of here, and we just have a bit of construction to do. And then we're basically done. The vault's almost done. And then we got the big hauling. That's going to be a nightmare. But as long as everyone's over here, because hauling stuff from these pads into these storages isn't going to be a big deal. It's just loading the ships up in the first place. So we could have most people here loading, and then only a couple people unloading, and that should work out fine. I'm not super concerned about it in the grand scheme of things. And then this is all moving along fairly quickly, and that's going to be more steel from all the weapons getting smelted. Sad Wanderer. Yeah, I know. People are miserable because there's corpses everywhere. And fine. We won't have storage for all the steel slag chunks. But again, we're going to have people over there, so it's not going to be a huge deal. That's all been sent out already. So is there more around, or are we done? We'll get that loaded up with people right now. What we can do, pause it, all of these. Anything highlighted. Well, the easiest way to go would be, is this 203 items? Yes. Okay. So then that's everything ready to go. So we'll... Oh boy, who do we want to send? I guess the easiest way would be... How's the mining? Yeah, that's fine. We'll get all the miners out of here. Except for one. We'll leave one. And Pirate Merchant, that's fine. So we can go work, miners. So we'll say a doggy, Benz, all of you guys. Dayton can stay because of trade purposes. And we'll get you guys. And then we have a couple people that can still do mining. But that's about half of the people going back to assist with that stuff because there's so much work over there that needs doing. So that should be fine. Now, that is going to get rid of a bunch of our constructors. We're still going to have a few here, but we can keep your mom. We can keep Angelic. We'll keep 11. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 people going back. That should be fine. So we're going to need you guys to all get drafted. Come right here. We're going to paint you. Do we have a need to paint you? Because is there going to be any need for you guys to ever come back here? Like specifically those ones? I don't think so. So no, we don't need to paint. Well, what we do need is to paint them so we know on the list for the ship who's who. We'll get you all to come in. And then we'll get you painted, get you sent out, and then we should be all right. Okay. And Saber, were you one of them? Kinda, but not really. You're a constructor too, so that's all fine. Okay, so is that everyone? Taylor, okay. Raj is still coming in. So that should be everyone at this point. Yep, okay. So then we'll make you guys, it doesn't really matter, we're going to paint you once you get back anyways. And then paint is everywhere, so we're just going to make you red real quick. And we're going to get all this steel slag, so we want red. Red. Oh god, it'd be helpful if I actually clicked the little X here. You come in, Benz. 1, 2, 3, 4 there. And Leo. So then from that, we also want all the slag chunks here. And, oh yeah, more than enough capacity, no problem. These are only 5 kilograms each, so they're fairly light. So then that's good, we'll get all that sent out. And that should probably be fine. We have a clothing item there, but that's good. So we'll get that going. You guys are free to go, so get all that loaded up and get out. Should be fine. Is there anything else that we should be considering for anything? We have room here because that ship's there. We actually could have fit everyone on that, but it doesn't really matter, I guess. But I'm not going to change it out now anyways, but yeah, I think we had 4,000 capacity worth of stuff. But it's fine. It's fine. And we're going to need a big ship to come and take all that crap out of here too. Oh, the wasted fuel having to go back and forth. Okay, so we don't need to worry about that. And then, is there any... Oh, God. We're under 1 million silver. I hope that we get all this processed and sold soon. And it did look like we actually still have quite a bit more capacity. Nice. Good. One thing that we are going to want to do... I'm not sure how many chunks that was. I know there was the one stack of 150. So it probably would be worth it to drop it in here. So we'll get that reinstalled. How's this mining going? Probably quite slow in the grand scheme of things. Yeah. Yeah, we'll get all this mining done relatively quickly. And then, like I said, we'll fill these in. That way we don't have to worry about the bugs as much. Ishom, you're extreme. Oh, is that really done? Waiting on Jay. Hey, Jay. Oh, we also got to get the food sent over. Although with less people here, it's a little bit less of a concern. Can you go? Because we have people that are losing their shit. We have a butcher. Don't need to worry about that. Okay. So then we'll get that sent. All the way up to the center. Alright, good stuff. And then how's this going along? Almost done. So we can get our walls finished up for in here. So that's going to just run around this way. The bills here. So I guess we should pay that off. Days. That's fine. It happens. Going to be coming up into here. And around. We're going to need the plans. I don't know what's going on in this top spot. Oh yeah, that's fine. Yes. Okay, so that's going to be going here, here. Like that. That looks good. I don't see any issues with that set up the way it is. Obviously, we need some doors and stuff. Our temperature is shit. So that's a bit of a problem. What we can do is hold these open, and that might be enough. 11, can you come and open all of this? That might be enough leakage. No, it makes no difference. Because we don't have any steel. Yeah, we don't need that either. Okay, let's get this bill paid. We can pay it here too, actually, because we got cash. So that's all fine. We don't need to worry about that. No one's going back. This is cooling down a little bit. It'll take a little bit because it is a huge area now. That shouldn't be a big deal. And all those are here. So we don't have room for all this currently, but it's fine sitting there. It's not going to hurt anything. We just won't be able to get a clothing load in until that's out of the way. But now that we have more people here, that should be fine. Should be, being the key word. We can get this reinstalled, though. That's just... Oh god, don't be an attack. We're at time, so if it is, we're gonna have to call that a day. Oh, it's thinking. It's gonna be a big one. Or it's gonna be bugs in our area. It's a siege. Okay, that's not a big deal. So I can get reinstalled right there. Where are we looking at? That's a lot of family members. Right down here, just one group. All right, so we're gonna obviously be blowing them apart. No one should have any reason to go out, so we're going to get these closed up and deal with them at the beginning of the next episode. Hauling the clothing is going to be a bit of a pain, but kind of whatever. It shouldn't be too bad overall since we're not processing bodies. But yeah, they'll probably come up over here, then we'll just nuke them. It's the easy way out. So then that's going to be it for today. So next episode, we should be able to get this all finished up because we'll have the steel coming in. We'll start loading what steel we do have. And I guess I'd rather not send over our steel a little bit at a time, only because obviously it costs us quite a bit of fuel to go back and forth. And we don't exactly have a massive amount of fuel to work with. But we are gonna have to get some food sent over as well. So we'll load up some food and what steel we have. And then hope that we can mine out a good chunk of what's here. Get that sent over as quickly as possible too. So that way they can get this area done at least. And then we just need, oh, I guess they'll probably prioritize. We could pause these if we want. That way we can make sure the cooling network's done at least. Because I'm kind of less concerned about these turrets. But yeah, getting the networks all finished up, all the power in here would be nice. So yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. Either way, for now, that is going to be it. So thank you everybody for watching, and I hope you'll have a great day. See ya.